Hey everybody. So Masha did a post not too long ago about rhythm and how we got his name. And so I just kind of wanted to do my own little share on how that happened. And so right now he's sleeping. We just looked up this thing on how to get him to sleep properly and to get his feeding and playtime and everything, like get a pattern going, and so it's working. And so he's asleep. I've already washed the dishes, I've done the laundry. I slept so much more than I have since he's been born, I think. And so I'm feeling right. And I know it's like 6:19 and I'm on my second cup of coffee. No judgment, no judgment. I'm addicted now. But anyways, I wanted to share on what happened with me when we decided to choose his name. So first off, we had already had a name picked out, as Masha said, and I wasn't really set on it to begin with, but Masha was, so I was going along with it. I was like, hey, it's an okay name, but I wasn't set, but I was like, well, we can name him that, sure, and I really figured she would change her mind before baby came, and she did. But then we didn't know what in the world to name him. We had no names ready, and any name we thought of or looked up online, and I mean, Google has thousands of names, and none of them fit, none of them matched. And I apologize, I've been like fighting a cold, and I'm just like on the dead end of it, so like my throat sounds kind of like raspy. But so anyways, we didn't know what to name him, and so I've heard of several people having dreams where they heard the name in the dream. And so I prayed so hard that God would give me some kind of a dream that I can hear his name like audibly. I was like, God, I know you do miracles. I know you can do this. I want to hear his name in a dream. Like, I'm not taking, no other reasoning. Like, this is it. Like, I want his name in a dream, period. And you're going to give it to me. I made my demands, And so I prayed, and like I went to sleep, and it was so funny because like in my sleep I would dream of like normal regular names like Jay, Steve, and like it was like I was viewing myself third person. No joke, I had dreams every single night, and they were of me, like it was white everywhere, like I'm in a white room just standing there, and I'm viewing myself third person, and I'm sitting here talking over names, and it was like all night I went through names. Jay, John, just like going through all these names, and I'm like, no, like this is just my conscience, this is just my thoughts, like this is just my thinking, and I was like, that's not right, that's not his name. Like I was getting so I would wake up and I'd be so frustrated at the dreams I was having, and I truly think that God has this huge sense of humor and sarcasm. And I get a lot of that from him, I'm pretty sure, because it's in my blood deep. But at this point, I was not having it. I was not liking it. I was like, God, okay, very funny. Like, you're going to give me these dreams where I'm standing there contemplating like thousands of regular names that I didn't really like and didn't want, and they didn't feel right. They didn't feel like him. And finally, all week, so every night, I had these dreams. And then finally, I woke up in the morning, and this night I had no dream whatsoever, and I was like, come on, like I literally prayed every night before I went to bed. I was like, okay, we're getting close, we're about to have this baby, we have no name, and so I was really getting antsy, and this night I had no dream, and I woke up almost kind of frustrated. I was like, God, can't you give me something, and all of a sudden, like, the word rhythm was on my mind. Like I was just laying there, and the word rhythm came to my mind. I don't know how in the world it came to my mind. I'm sure God knows exactly how it happened. But all of a sudden it was like I couldn't get that word out of my mind. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. I was like, okay, rhythm. That's, hey, why am I thinking about rhythm? What's rhythm? What's rhythm? Why am I thinking rhythm? And so all of a sudden I was like, I literally out loud, I was like, why do I keep thinking about the word rhythm? And it was like almost deep down, like, I don't know if you know when you get those tingles that like go through your body, like you get a chill or something, you know, all the hairs stand up. And so I get all this chills in my body, and it's like I heard this voice say, that's his name. And I was like, okay, Rhythm is his name. And so I was like, Rhythm, I was like, I like that. I fell in love with it immediately. And I immediately said, you know, you always have to have confirmation from God, right? You know, you can never just accept that this is it. So I was like, all right, God, like, if Rhythm is his name, then I'm about to tell Masha. Like, I was thinking about it all day, and I didn't tell her either, not in the morning, nothing. And we went out for lunch, and all of a sudden, we're driving there, and I was like, all right, I'm going to tell her. But I prayed first. I was like, God, if this is it, if this is his name, then let Masha not freak out. Let her love the name. Let her be down for it. And like, that's going to be that. And so she's sitting next to me, and I was like, what do you think about the name Rhythm? And she was like, the word? And I was like, yeah, Rhythm. What do you think about it? She paused, she sat back, and she was like, Rhythm. Rhythm? Rhythm. I like that. I love that. And I was like, there's my confirmation. This is it. And I looked at her. She paused and she looked at me with the biggest smile. And I looked at her. I was like, that's his name. And like on top of that, it was just like this deep feeling inside that coming from us having lost 2 babies and, you know, losing those heartbeats. It was like the whole pregnancy, anytime we were nervous or scared, I would just pray and I'd say, God, thank you for his heartbeat. Thank you for his heartbeat. Thank you for his strong heart. Thank you for his, you know, thank you for his blood. Thank you that his heart's pumping. And I would just thank God every day. God, thank you for your promises. Thank you for your promises. Thank you for your promises. And I would do that every day. And any time that we felt stressed or worried or anything. And so, it was like God confirmed with me. He was like, Rhythm, that's his heartbeat. He has your heartbeat. And so that's where his name comes from, at least on my side. That's my story. I was going to write a post, but I figured I'd do a video instead. But yeah, so Rhythm is it. And, you know, I just, every time I look at him, of course, I made up my little tune for him that he's got my rhythm. But, you know, he's got mine and Masha's rhythm, and he has my heartbeat, and he has her heartbeat, and that's his heartbeat. And so that's that's my little story of how we came about his name. I know people think it's weird, and some people, in the beginning, I mean, I'm not really sure how, but I mean, they would be like, oh, like, what's your baby's name? And we'd say Rhythm. They're like, oh, she's so beautiful. And I'm like, oh, no, he's a boy. I don't know how Rhythm. I didn't know it was gender. It had a specific gender to it. But they just tell them, oh, it's a boy. They're like, oh, perfect name. It's like, yeah. But I think it fits him so much. I think, and I don't think. I know that no other name will ever fit him, and that's just awesome. And I hope that if and when we have more babies, that their names come in a special way like that also. And I'm sure a lot of other people, I know I've heard stories from people from here on out that other people have had awesome things like that happen for their kid's name. And I know my parents almost named me a couple different names. They were going to name me Caleb, was one of them. And believe it or not, one of the other names they were going to name me was Jehoshaphat. And so when I tell people that, they look at me and they're like, what? And they're like, you do not look like a Caleb. You do not look like a Jehoshaphat. You look like an Adam. I can't picture you being anything else but Adam, you know. So it's unique how we end up with our names and how they end up fitting our personality somehow, or the characters that we develop. You know, and the personality, the person that we become somehow seems to be fitting for our name when people come to know us. But anyways, that's my little story on Rhythm's name. And so thanks for clicking in with me and hearing my little story of my beautiful Rhythm in there. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I'm feeling really good now that I've gotten some sleep and some coffee. Coffee is amazing when you're tired, but it's like when you've actually had some sleep and you just want that nice hot cup of coffee, it's like extra soothing when you're like awake and you're just enjoying it, just relaxing, and you're not exhausted. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day and getting ready for this. We have fall time coming quick. Snow's coming down the mountains. For all you Alaskans and everyone else who lives in snowy areas, make sure to get your snow tires on because it is coming quick. I know here in Alaska it's already down the mountains. Like, it's coming quick every day. It's like further down, and I'm like, the leaves didn't even fall yet. Like, what is this? This isn't fair. Summer was hot, it was nice, but it was also smoky here. And so some of it didn't really get to be enjoyed and just kind of flew by, and now it's cold. But I hope you guys are doing well. Wish you guys all well, and hope you guys have a good day. All right, have a good one.